The Anambra State capital, Awka, is now a busy place. Reason being, preparations for the November 16 governorship election is in top gear as parties hold their primaries. Today, the Labour Party took its turn as members gathered to decide who will be their flag bearer at the polls. The event looks slightly different from the other party primaries we have seen in the past few days. Our political correspondent, Shewa Kimbaloye, tells us more.
Don't get it twisted. This is not a victory party. It is the Anambra Labour Party primaries, but the atmosphere here demonstrates the kind of spirit among the members of the party. Unlike other parties in the state, where a number of aspirants vied for the ticket, in the case of the Labour Party, only one person is up for the election. Two other candidates said to have shown interest failed to show up. This is how the over 1,000 delegates decided on their governorship candidate.
If you want Dr. Ifeanyi Chukwu Patrick Obang to be your governorship candidate on November 16, 2013, say yeah, raise up your hand.
And so, Mr. Ifeanyi Ubah emerges as the Labour Party's governorship flag bearer for the November 16 elections. Compared to the other primaries that have held in the past few days, this certainly looks a bit different.
The party said do it transparently. Let the people, let the eyes see. Everybody raise his hands. If there was a dissent, you could have seen it. There is no mago-mago. There is no wuru-wuru. Everything was transparent. Everybody saw it all over the world. I dare every other political party to do it the way we did. You see what will happen.
Obviously elated, the man in the spotlight is confident that the process which produced him will yield results.
I want Nigerians to emulate what the kind of pace Left Boy is setting in Nigerian political scene. This is the first time in Anambra State you will have a primary conducted and everybody is going home happily. We don't have any rancor in Labour Party, and that is why I decided to bench it with Labour Party. And I know, by the grace of God, this is the party to beat. This is the party of the youths. This is the party of the workers. This is the party of Nigerians.
One after the other, the candidates for the Anambra governorship election are emerging, and the stage gradually is looking set for an election that promises to be a very tough contest.
We're staying with the elections in Anambra State. An aspirant of the All Progressives Congress for the governorship elections, Mr. Chris Ngige, says he does not have any undue advantage in the fight for the party's ticket. A serving senator was at the party's Abuja office today to submit his nomination form. He said his endorsement by the governor of Imo State, Rochas Okorocha, does not mean the party guidelines will not be followed.
And there's nothing like an advantage over there because the party constitution is clear. It's clear and the Electoral Act is clear. The Electoral Act says that the parties must conduct primaries to produce their candidates. And that's exactly what we're doing now. I have submitted my form. Anybody who wants can buy the form and submit from any constituency, but it must be within Anambra State. But there is nothing wrong in a father. If you have many sons, you can say you have 4 or 5 sons. And some people say to you, we are going through a contest, a wrestling contest. And you say, this is the son I'm going to send because I know when he gets there, you not win him. That doesn't mean that if the contest is open, that any other person cannot come and say, I want to vie. So that's it. That's all I can say about it.
Meanwhile, the national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Mr. Bamanga Tukur, has encouraged party members in Anambra State to work with the party's candidates to ensure victory in the forthcoming governorship election. The chairman was speaking at the party's national secretariat after the PDP's candidate, Mr. Tony Woye, was handed his certificate of return. Mr. Tukur said the state is a PDP state and the party must reclaim it.
You can see, if we do things transparently, honestly, and committedly, believe you me, we'll always arrive at our objective, that is having a transparent election when we have one to field. I congratulate you, Tony. You've done well.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm asking all of us as members of the great party to come around him. Help to ensure we take over what belongs to us.
Yes,
that is Anambra State, which is a PDP state.
National chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Mr. Bamanga Tukur, while away from party politics in Anambra, the third mainland bridge is in the news again. Now, following reports of excessive vibration of the bridge under heavy traffic, the federal government has approved contracts for a comprehensive underwater inspection, assessment and survey of the bridge in the sum of 290 million naira. Our briefing State House correspondents after this week's Federal Executive Council meeting. The Minister of Information, Mr. Labaran Mako, said a loan of $200 million for Fadama farmers in the country has also been approved. The Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Dr. Akinwumi Additional, who joined in the briefing, explained that over 317,000 farmers will benefit from the Fadama project.
Four major issues dominate the Federal Executive Council this week, beginning with agriculture. Fadama is Hausa name meaning irrigable land. Now, farmers in such areas will benefit from the over $200 million International Development Association loan approved by the Federal Executive Council meeting presided over by President Goodluck Jonathan. The Minister for Agriculture and Rural Development says that the benefits of the loans cannot be quantified.
We have aligned the Fadama project with the agricultural transformation agenda of Mr. President, and so it's going to play a very significant role. What is unique about this project is the number of farmers that it will reach. This project will reach 317,000 farmers and will impact on 1.7 million beneficiaries. So it's a program that will actually have scale of impact.
The integrity of the Third Mainland Bridge calls for question again, as reports from Lagos indicate that the vibration on that bridge when there is heavy traffic on it has become intolerable. The council approved over 290 million naira for what it calls underwater and ecometric test of the bridge to avoid disaster.
The Minister of Works today decided that there's a need for a complete and comprehensive check on the bridge to make sure that it is in good order or to detect any possible area of maintenance that may be required over the years.
Also approved is the establishment of the Nigerian branch of the African Export and Import Bank following a request from the headquarters of the bank in Cairo, Egypt. The Federal Executive Council wants to fight cybercrime to a standstill to safeguard the Nigerian citizens from criminals who now use the information superhighway to perpetrate crimes.
A lot of crimes are committed, and we believe, given the best international practices and what is happening across the globe and the existing international conventions, this bill has been formulated to ensure our cyberspace is safe for economic activities, for social activities, for the free exchange of information among our citizens and between the people of Nigeria and the world.
The Federal Executive Council says cyber crimes over the years have endangered the security and safety of Nigerians, hence the approval of the bill. The next step is to take it to the National Assembly for passage into law. Chukuma Onwekusi, Channels Television News.
We're still here in Lagos. The state government has denied that it has terminated the concession agreement it entered into with the Lekki Concession Company Limited to reconstruct and expand the Etiosa-Lekki Expressway. The government in a statement explained that it only decided to buy back the rights on the concession ahead of the 30-year period stipulated in the agreement by purchasing all the shares in LCC. It added that it came to this decision due to the several developments that were not envisaged in the 2006 agreement based on agreed mutual settlement option. The State House of Assembly had approved a 7.5 billion naira supplementary budget to enable the government to acquire the 30-year concession from LCC. Meanwhile, human rights lawyer Ebonlua Adegborua has said that he would not withdraw his legal suit against the state government and the LCC over the tolling of the expressway, even though the government's decision appears commendable.